And as you know, being in army personnel, I have been so many places in northeast area. You can say, I in 1987 I joined the peacekeeping force as a part of peacekeeping force in Sri Lanka. It was my first posting there, and after that I came Sajampur and J&K, Assam, and there are so many places I've been, and I
That's amazing.
yes, I left job after serving 23 years.
Right. And I hope you already know that my father was also in army, so he's also an ex-serviceman,
Yes, yes,
and
yes,
he also served army for around 22, 23 years.
yes, yes, ma'am, yes.
So I'm so
And
proud
right now
about it.
you are right now living in Talwari, no?
Right, right.
Yes. But you belong to Thala village.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
My my sister-in-law is there, married there
Mm-hmm.
uh, in Chinwan family. You know.
Okay,
And,
okay.
yes, yes. Uh,
Mm.
Perhaps no, don't you know them don't know.
I have to get in details for that, like what's her name and which family she is in,
Yes, yes,
right? So
yes,
we can
yes.
we can
Absolutely.
talk about that later, and I'll find her.
But you shifted it from that Thala village in Talwari. No.
Right, right.
Yes.
My parents
Uh,
live in Thala, and this is my in-laws' home in Tilwadi.
okay. Ma'am,
Hmm.
right now it is our first conversation, and right now my subconscious mind is not working. What I have to ask to you, but please ask me
Right.
something. That's why
Hmm.
about army and some other fields. That's why I
Hmm.
can yes give answer.
Sure. So let me ask you first, because you already told me that you served army for quite a long time, and army life is not an ordinary life. Do you
Yeah.
agree with me? Do you agree with me on this? And if yes, then why? Like, why is it not an ordinary life?
First of all, army army life mean army job is not as a treat as a service job. It is a pure dedication to the nation. No,
Mm-hmm.
and as you know very well, what is the life? What is the difficulty? Sometimes we survive in -50 degree Celsius, and sometimes we survive in 50 degrees Celsius. No, and sometimes we used to walk in. We used to go in. Can say heavy rain
Mm-hmm.
in Assam, Tripura, so many areas, and there are so many leaves there. No,
Mm-hmm. Right.
then army life is very difficult, but no one in this country, especially no one can assess our life. This is the
Mm-hmm.
main point. Yes, only
Right.
the family members in that person, only they can assess what is the difficulties with the army person. No,
Yes, only the people of army can feel the real pain of army soldiers, because they are living in, far, far away from their families, serving nation and living in adverse circumstances, but still firm in serving their duties, right? So we can only understand that.
sure,
But
ma'am.
people of India, or we can say overall, like people, they admire celebrities, they admire cricketers, but they often overlook army soldiers, right? So what do
Sure.
you like to say about those? That are they real heroes like celebrities and cricketers, or army persons are the real heroes?
Army person is a real hero as my perception. Uh, you know, army life. When I went to Sri Lanka in 1987, November, that time IPKF peacekeeping force was serving there from India on behalf of
Mhm.
India. It was some dispute between Singli and that is Tamils migrated persons who are migrated there from Madras, you can say south, and so they were fighting for their rights. No,
Mhm.
and it was big issue between them, Singli and singly are permanent, you can say, residents of that Sri Lanka, and
Mm-hmm.
Tamils are migrated from that is Madras, Chennai. And it was big issue that time, and that time was Rajiv Gandhi was prime minister, and he sent as a peacekeeping force from India. But we got, you can say, huge loss. No, from our battalion, we lost our 36 soldiers. No, and you can say 18 more casualties.
Mm-hmm.
And being a new soldier that time, that time I was 17 years old only, and mm, you can say there are four, five my you can say my friends who joined with me that time and went with me along with me Sri Lanka. They get lost that time. They demise. No. Then after that I came back from Sri Lanka. My unit came back Sri Lanka to Sajampur, and we served there 3 years as a peace area. But after that we went to J&K, and there is the same situation. Totally, you can say the life of Indian Army Jawan is very difficult, especially.
Right. Very risky. And
And
it's not
just,
just about the soldier, but about their immediate family too. Like
yes,
how
yes,
much courage they have to gather to face the situation, or to even, sleep at peace when their family member, when their husband, or maybe their father are at border fighting with terrorists. How can they sleep at peace?
sure. That time, you can say my cousin was killed there in Sri Lanka. He was in another battalion of my regiment. And before 3 days, he came to my company, and just he, you can say, guide to me how to move and how to you can say to take safety. And so many, you can say, he taught me about the army because I was
Mm-hmm.
new one. But you can say same evening he got demise. No. And after 1 week, I sent a letter to my home that my brother's name so and so, he's a well, very well. But before arriving my letter, a telegram was already arrived that village. And my brother sent to me letter, and which I got after 15 days, that the person, cousin, has already been demised there. How you can say he is well?
Mm-hmm.
Then I his unit, and then I confirmed, because that time there was no mobile phone, no
Mm-hmm.
communication, means of communication, less means of communication that time.
Mm-hmm. I
It is
think
the
still those who are serving at fields like Jammu Kashmir, or border areas, still the services are poor there. Network connection is little weak there, right?
but there is a social media is active. Suppose
Okay.
anyone get demised,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
then him they even by name, and by name of battalion who
Mm-hmm.
demised there, how many soldiers demised there, killed there. Same day we can get news. No,
Okay.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
there is no
Okay.
problem. Yes, ma'am.
Mm. And this literally gives me goosebumps whenever I hear this kind of news, or
Sure,
people fighting in and then losing their lives. It's literally very painful, and we should think a little about their families too. So yes, they are the real superheroes, not celebrities and the heroes that we see in movies, but they are
sure,
the real heroes. So we
sure.
need to understand that, right? We need to help their families with whichsoever means we can, right?
Yes,
Sometimes they need financial help, sometimes they need that emotional support. So we should
sure,
definitely help the people we know around. It's not like that we can help anybody in India, but yes, whosoever is near to us or our dear ones, we can help them, right?
sure, sure, sure.
Okay. So now, have you lived in cantonment area ever?
Uh, yeah, in Delhi.
In Delhi cantonment?
Yes, yes, yes. No, 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 in
So,
cantonment. Right now I'm in Haryana, Faridabad.
mhm. Right
Yes.
now you're in Haryana, but when you were serving in army, that time have you ever
No,
lived
no.
in Kant area?
Actually, I've served here in PMO as a on attachment
Mm-hmm.
till for 5 years. Yeah, 4 years in
Mm-hmm.
Delhi. At that time, I took retirement. Yeah.
Okay. So after retirement, you joined another job, and now
Yes,
you are
yes.
still working like on
In defense
something or the
sector.
other. Mm-hmm.
After leaving my first job, then I joined other job in defense sector in AFT Armed Forces Tribunal. It is a court. This is a
Mm-hmm.
substitute of that you can say high court. No,
Mm-hmm.
uh, earlier there are so many huge you can say cases from army personal grievances, their grievances, which could not settle in that high court and laying pending.
Mm-hmm.
That's why government opened a new tribunal for you can say this is the welfare of for
Army
armed
related cases.
for three services: army,
Mm-hmm.
navy, and air force. And
Okay.
they yes, yes, they're sitting. You can say the judge from retired judge from High Court, Supreme Court,
Mm-hmm.
as a judicial member,
Mm-hmm.
and you can say the vice chief, bureau
Mm-hmm.
chief rank persons. You can say vice admiral and vice chief of army and such type of, naval and air force.
Mm-hmm.
They treat as a administrative member because they know about army very well, and
Hmm.
they add to the judicial member, and then they take the decision what they have to finalize that to get you can say uh, judgment what they have to give judgment on that case.
Mm-hmm.
They analyze on that case.
Okay. So
And
any ex-army man can join this, or they have to write any exams?
actually, being an retired person, being an ex army, uh, I applied in DGR no that time, and they called me, and just we performed a typing test that time, and just face interview
Mm-hmm.
of the senior officer, and then I got that job, but
Okay.
on contract basis.
Okay.
Yes.
So there was no written exam. You directly appeared for an interview,
No,
right?
only no need to return on because we are from army only.
Mm-hmm.
They took our typing tests, the speed,
Hmm.
no,
Okay.
and yes, yes, a verbal interview,
Hmm.
and
Oh,
but we are on the government roster. We take payments from government,
government.
not
Hmm.
third party,
Hmm.
but on contract basis for 1 year. And after completing 1 year, then I submit our willingness for another year, and
Okay. That's.
yes, it
Hmm.
goes continuously, and I sub there up to 12 years.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
my both son are settled,
Mm-hmm.
and I I don't like the hustle and bustle of the city. Being a
Mm-hmm.
army person, and I just want this chance. I just waiting for this chance that when I have to go my native place. As
Right.
as
That's.
yes, as my both son got married, and I served only 12 years. Then I request them to leave
Mm-hmm.
my job and went to my native place. I prefer the life of that is party life, and I so many times I used to go my forest in near forest where I passed my childhood. No, where we graze or cattle there, and overall I know I want live in Uttarakhand.
Hmm. That's
Yes,
amazing. Like
yes.
whatever you do in life, but you should always be attached to your roots. So yes, anytime you can get back to your roots and live the life there. So do you still have your friends there? Do you still meet them?
In village.
Yes.
I not there are my cousins, so many people are there, but
Mm-hmm.
most of people have migrated from there, due
Mm-hmm.
to education, lack of education. There is not suitable education for their children, their kids,
Mm-hmm.
and they migrated to near market, or others, to the cities.
Cities, nearby
Yes,
cities.
this is the yes,
Okay.
this is the problem.
Yes.
Uh, you
Mm-hmm.
know what? When I suggest to others, whenever I left that time and I lived my family in city area, after getting married, after 3 or 4 years later, I left my village. No, and after 35 years, I went to my native. But I am well settled in there,
Mm-hmm.
my village. I built a good house there. All facilities are available,
Mm-hmm.
still there. No, and that's why sometimes last time I lived there up to 3 months, and after that 2 months. But right now we came here,
Mm-hmm.
and so just we are about to leave to my village after 2 months maybe.
Hmm. So when you went there after a long time, did you see any changes? Was the village still the same when you were, little young?
Actually, ma'am, there are some orthodoxies there. No, you know, suppose I am army person and I just fight on borders. I just fight against the enemy. But in you can say common life, I am a common man today, and I am a spiritual person. No, and I never have that non-veg. I just recite the Hanuman Chalisa, and that is Sundarkand part and I just keep my fast on that Monday, Tuesday. Every Tuesday I recite that Sundarkand part, and I suggest to the people who are living in village, but they are very different. No, you can say it is a tradition that is of animal sacrifice. No, still is going on there.
Hmm.
No,
Some parts of Uttarakhand.
yes, some parts of Uttarakhand, and such type of practice is still going on in our village, and we just oppose this, but I could could be success. No, and that time was very disappointed, and I
Right.
even the educated persons is you can say not is against me. He opposed
Mm-hmm.
me that because I was against that sacrifice, animal sacrifice, this practice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. But right now I came here. I went to my village after 35 years because I want the some. No, I know very well the what is the government rules and what entitles the common persons their basic needs, and which we have to provide it from the government. But no, the people who are living in village, they don't know what what is our rights, especially in village, and what is the duties of that is municipal corporation, and that is you can say what is the duties of gram panchayat. No, but it was my perception, it was my dream that suppose I am going to village, then I have to do something my village. No, but the people who are living there, they never, you can say, support me for this. Sometimes I write some RTIs, and right now I've stopped it totally. And see, let's see. After
Mm-hmm.
I will go there, but I do something my village. No,
Right. You are
yes,
doing pretty good, but it's just that people were not supporting you. But
yes,
I feel that you should start with something that that is essential for them, like the water,
yes,
clean water, right? education, healthcare, then they'll definitely support you. Why I'm telling this? Because my husband is also in the same process. So he first took this water related problem. Like we
Yes.
were not getting clean water here. So he first took this and he also filed some RTI and everything. So he's also in that process. So
Yes.
now, like every person in the village supports him because he hit that, main problem in the village. And then
Yes.
he's working on many problems gradually. So, yes, I would suggest you to also do the same because you have that zeal to do something for your village. But it's just that people are not supporting because maybe they were thinking that you just came from anywhere and giving us all the pravachans and giving us lectures. But you have to hit their necessities, like whatever they are lacking, and then they'll definitely support you, right?
Yeah. Actually, more persons are local there. Suppose suppose one person is serving in you can say in district headquarter. You can say tehsil. You can say in block and in electricity department. He's a local. He may be our relative,
Mm-hmm.
but he is not perform his duty honestly. No,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't say anything to him because he is our relative.
He's already my relative.
Yes, this is a problem.
Right. Mm-hmm.
There is a you can say Ayurvedic hospital in our area,
Mm-hmm.
and I just motivated to more persons there because the all medicines are free of cost there, but no one goes there. Doctor is you can say specialist there. He is getting more than one and you can say more than 1 lakh is getting salary,
Mm.
and he along with this one you can say assistant and one other lady is there who's look after that is cleaning something. They are sitting in a vein whole day, but no person is going there because as per their perspective, the Ayurvedic medicine does not work
Hmm.
instantly.
Right. It doesn't work instantly, but it takes
Yes,
time. That's the truth. But
yes,
they don't have patience. They don't want
yes,
to wait for the results. They want instant results, and that comes from allopathy. But it comes with side effects too,
yes,
right? So
allopathy.
they don't bother about that.
Yes. Suppose you are just taking one medicine from allopathic for headache, but you are just you diagnosed one you can say ailment, but you are getting more ailments. No,
Right.
then
Side effects.
side
Mm.
effects. But in Ayurveda, only you are getting one medicine, but you are getting more benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Right. You know what? My son was suffering from this stomachache problem for a very long time when we were in Dehradun. So we went to many hospitals, many allopathic, or you can say that. So we went to many hospital. Every time they used to give the stomachache medicine, and he was fine for some time, and again that happens. So when we shifted to our village, we went to a Ayurvedic doctor here. I talked about him in my vlogs as well. So we went to him and he gave him some medicine like in powdered form and he was all fine. So
yes.
I totally rely on him from then onwards. And every time, whenever my kids are suffering from any issue for that matter, we always go to him.
It is my dream that I will open a institute for those children, those youngsters who know could not speak English, uh, who doesn't learn English from that government school. Then I will open a institute for those children.
Hmm.
No, so that yes, ma'am.
That's so nice of you. You want to do something in your village and for education as well. And I'm sure you'll get your goal very soon because you've already been speaking so fluently. It's just that you took a break in between. So that is why you're a little nervous now. But I'm sure if you'll be consistent from now onwards, in no time, you'll gain that fluency again.
So due to lack of confidence, I could not make some
Mm,
conversation with earlier. So times I've cancelled it. It was lack of confidence. But
right.
today I'm sure I'm today onwards I became confident and next time sure I will come in front you. Then just I will learn more things about English and the ideas, some more ideas. And please tell me one, can say one, tell me one method what I have to do for my fluency, because you know our subconscious mind does my subconscious mind doesn't work when while I'm speaking to others person. No,
Hmm. That's
then
because
I
of nervousness only.
okay, okay, okay.
Because you're nervous that what if I would make any mistake like that. So that is why you are not focused on whatever you want to express, right? So you just have to be at calm, at ease while speaking. You need not to be nervous. You're feeling
Yes,
nervous because you took a break and you break that consistency. So now
yes.
onwards, you just have to be consistent, and that's the only remedy to get fluency. If I
Okay.
talk about myself, I started 5 months ago and I've been consistent since then. So that's worked for me. That consistency worked for me. And this can also work for you, right? Otherwise, you just keep on providing input to your brain and just speak about it.
Nowadays, I am just watching several videos and just noted down more. You can say vocabularies, the different type words. You know, literature word, uh, which I never heard about that these words. I noted on it, but I could not use in my conversation. It no,
Mm-hmm.
what I have to do. That's why I can use in my conversation. Any tips if you have, then please share.
Right. So whenever you get any new word and you want to learn it, so what you have to do once you get the word, just search about it, search its meaning and make few sentences that you can actually use in your conversation or everyday life. Okay, so you have to make functional or real life sentences. Okay, and then learn few synonyms and antonyms. So this is how you are widening your vocabulary. You're learning
Yes,
many words with just single word, right? And you're making many sentences with that single word. So you're learning a lot. Okay, so you have to brainstorm, you have to stimulate your brain, and then only you can remember. You just don't need anything on the plate, like everything on the plate, but you have to work for it, you have to put efforts, and when you put effort, when you do hard work, it remains in your brain,
sure,
right? So
sure,
that's the only thing,
sure, sure.
right?
Means
I hope I'm
I have,
clear about it.
yes, sure, sure. I have to stimulate to my subconscious mind.
Right, you have to stimulate your brain, you have to use it, right? People often don't use their brain,
Okay,
right?
okay,
So they are
okay.
just listening to podcasts, they are just listening to videos, but they don't use their brain.
Yes, 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 yes.
When you make sentences, you're literally using your brain. And when you
Yes.
use it, it remains there. And then you can get it while you're speaking.
You know, in beginning, well, I took subscription of that is English CRE. I was not aware that time they speaking English. No,
Okay.
uh, I took a demo class from that. You can say just I have forgotten. But after during my session, suppose they give some, you can say in box some suggestion, some topic
Mm-hmm.
before
Right.
yes, before commencement of that conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and just I try to solve these questions. But while we make some conversation between them, they went to another way, and that time I stuck. That time I stuck. Yes, it is problem.
Mm. That's because of consciousness only. Because when we start our journey in English, then we struggle with lots of things, right? When I also started, I also struggled with learning vocabularies and then making conversation. I felt nervous at times while talking to advanced speaker, but over time, it just goes away, right?
Okay.
It happens with everyone. So it's just that you're now you're starting from the very scratch because you
Yes,
took a break. So it's the beginning, again, the
yes,
beginning for you. So you will struggle at times, but you have to keep on going. Okay. Watch English content, read books, and read children's book like any book with simplified language. Okay. So you have to keep on providing your brain with inputs and record your video speaking about that topic. Let's suppose you watched a video today. Now summarize that video in your own words. So you can record your video and summarize. Okay, so you'll get to know that whether you are able to speak about it or not. Okay, wherever you
Yes.
are making mistakes, whether your body language is good or not, so you'll keep on improving, right?
Okay.
We are our best critics. We can assess whether we are good at our body language or not, or maybe wherever we are getting stuck, all that we can do it ourselves, right? So record your videos on daily basis. you
Okay.
can you can initiate writing practices as well, right? That will also help you in making everyday sentences. Like at the end of the day, write about whatever you did in your whole day. Okay,
Okay.
like
Okay.
maintain a diary on daily basis.
Okay. Okay. I'm just maintaining diary, and my writing practice is very well. But only the problem is that whenever I make some conversation with any person,
Mhm.
that time I go blank. It is the main problem.
So you have to
Some
do it more often. When you are fearful of facing people, you have to face people more often,
yes, ma'am.
again and again, right? So
Yes,
it will
it
go
is.
over time.
Yes, yes.